All right, so I'm going to do a review of the Spartan RZ HD 61-inch mower with the Kawasaki engine in it. This mower, I had trouble finding any consumer reviews of this particular mower. There's a lot of dealers out there that have just started selling these things. Not a lot of people own them yet, and there aren't very many reviews from just the average Joe like myself. So let me just go over some of the features of it basically. It has a 7-gauge fabricated steel deck. Pretty easy to clean. I mean, it was filthy after I got done mowing today, and you know, it looks pretty clean, you know, and I just sprayed it down and blew it off with a blower, and you know, it cleans up nice. I was able to spray up underneath the deck pretty good, and you know, it was, like I say, filthy, and it looks pretty clean now. So one nice thing is they've got this little access point here. I don't think I could do this one-handed. It's kind of heavy because it's, well, heavy metal. But you can get right straight to the deck. So I mean, it's kind of nice. I just pulled it off, you know, makes it easier to clean. And one of the things that they talk about a lot on a lot of the videos of the guys that are selling these things is that spring and that tension rod there. Supposedly that's supposed to help with when you engage the PTO and the blades engage, that keeps the belt from flopping around a lot and supposedly reduces wear. You know, I guess time will tell if that's true or not. I don't know. I mean, it does seem like it does, you know, it engages nice and smooth. But and one thing I did not know when I was reading the manual were suggesting that you do not engage the blades of the PTO at full throttle. You're supposed to run it at full throttle, but when you engage the blades, they want you to be right around 2,800 RPM. So, you know, I did not. I always just, you know, crank it up and cut the PTO on. I never occurred to me to adjust the, and they say that helps to reduce the wear on everything as well. So I don't know if it does or doesn't. But anyway, these scalping wheels are solid plastic wheels. They have grease fittings on them. I think it's probably one of the only things that I'm aware of that you can actually grease on these things, but it's a solid scalping wheel. They say they're, you know, supposed to last forever. Again, time will tell. One thing that I added on this that most of the ones that I've seen do not have is something they call a quick shield. I did not like the chute that was on there because it sticks out probably 14 inches or so beyond the edge of the deck, and some of the places where I mow at, I kind of want to be able to get closer on the right hand side, and I wanted to be able to block the chute whenever I'm over there next to the road and not blow all those grass clippings out in the road, you know. So anyway, I bought this quick shield, and it works pretty good. I mean, down, up. So it seems like it does a good job. Let's see what else. It's got 22-inch by, I think they're 14 inches wide, radial tires on the rear. Seems like it handles really well on the hills. I've got a pretty steep hill up at the front, and it seems like it does a great job staying up there on that hill. Got 13-inch, they're just regular bi-ply, 13-inch front tires. You can get radials on those, but the basic residential model, the residential models or versions do not have those. Plastic covers on the spindles there. I guess some people don't like the idea of that. Basically, this mower comes with everything you see except for the quick shield over there, and then I added a hitch on it, and then they also sent me a larger tank. This is the tanks that I think they're 9.5 gallons. It typically comes with a 5-gallon tank, so this one's got a little bit larger tank on it. So they just ran out of the 5 gallons, and so they put this one on there. So I'm not upset about it. Let's see, it's got, this particular one has the Parker drives on it. I think they're 1300 cc, I think is what they are, I believe. And then it's got the Kawasaki motor. I think you can get it with a Briggs & Stratton, and I think you can also get it with a Kohler, I believe. So I think they have like 3 or maybe even 4 different engine options, but you can get, you know, you can get it configured with any of the engines that you prefer. And it comes with the ROPS. I think the website says that this particular model comes with the non-foldable ROPS, but my understanding is that they changed everything out, and every one that comes out is foldable. So this one came foldable. So, all right, I had to stop the camera to get up underneath the seat. It's a little bit heavy, but anyway, that is what you got up underneath the seat. Those are your Parker drives there. I think it probably says, let's zoom, see if I can zoom in on that. That is what they are. I don't know if you can see that or not, but the seat is very comfortable. I think they actually make a seat that's even supposedly even nicer. I haven't tried that one, so I couldn't tell you if it is or isn't. The other one I think has some support pieces that go here. This one has these pieces, and then it has some rubber bushings directly underneath the plate of the seat. And quite frankly, and the seat itself is very comfortable. I mean, it's one of the most comfortable mowers I've ever sat on. I haven't, you know, owned a million different mowers, but it's a very comfortable seat. I'm impressed with the seat. So let me get up here on the mower and show you some of the features up here. All right, so first off, this is the parking brake. You got unlock, lock, you know, pretty straightforward and idiot proof. You got your deck height pedal, and basically you just push it in and then adjust that knob to whatever height you want and then release. That's all there is to that. The only thing that's probably one of the most unusual features about this mower is that right there. It does not have a key. So far, I haven't found it to be an issue, but it does not have a key. It's got an engine timer, it's got a clock, it's got a job timer, and it has a mow timer. So as you can see, I've mowed 1.8 hours. So it took me 1.8 hours to mow my 3 acres here. And then the engine's been running for 2.6 hours. So there you go. Tachometer, volts. And I think this here just is like a change oil timer, I believe. Not quite sure what other functions it actually has. I need to read the manual, but you know, the reality is we don't always read the manual through. I guess I'll get to that when I need to, I suppose. But anyway, choke, throttle, PTO. And supposedly this PTO doesn't like, it's not an on-off PTO. It's kind of like pulses on somehow when you first pull up on it. But it does not have a key. You have to punch in a code in order to let it start. Once your code is punched in, you should get a green light, and then you can start it up. And kind of weird in the video, it looks like this thing's bouncing around and stuff, but in reality it's really not. I don't know, makes it look like it's, in the video it almost looks like it's kind of like loose or something, but it's actually not loose. I don't know, that's a weird effect that the video has. Yeah, it looks like it, I mean, it's very tight and snug. It's not loose looking like it looks in the video. I don't know, I mean, it's not, I don't know, that's really weird. But I can tell you that this is very solid. It's not loose at all. I don't know why it does that. That's kind of weird. But at any rate, but this here, you got to punch a code in. Some of these mowers come with a light package, and you can turn it on and off with the switch right here. You can add a light package to this one. Basically, you have to purchase their kit, but it's just a plug and play kit. So you put it on, turn this off. You put it on and plug it into the pigtail, and you're ready to go. I mean, it's a real simple process. And it was easy to put on the shield, that thing right there. It was easy to put that on. It was easy to put on the, well, you can't see it from here. It was easy to put on the hitch. So it seems like they make this, you know, pretty easy to work on. I mean, quite frankly, it seems very accessible, would be the word I would use. 12-volt charger, if you want to plug your phone in and keep it charged up while you're mowing. Other than that, I think it's pretty standard controls. You know, you got your control arms. The only thing that may be a little different is that if you do not have a green light right there, you will not be able to start this thing. But it does tell you what the issue is. So in other words, if I stand up, I don't know if you can see that, it shows the seat indicator as being red, and the light turns red. As soon as you sit back down, seat comes, the light goes out, and you get your green light, and you can start it. If I pull one of the levers in, it'll give you an indicator, tell you that that you need to put it in neutral. Put the control arms in neutral. As soon as you get it in neutral, turns off. You can take, let's say I hit the parking brake and release it. It'll show you a red light. Dude, you got your parking brake off. And it basically, it will not start the vehicle until you get all these things. Pull the PTO out, and it'll tell you, dude, your PTO's out, can't start the engine. So I mean, it's pretty straightforward. But once you have everything right, you'll get your green light, and then you can start it right up. So throttle, I don't know if I said that or not. Then the fuses, looks like they're pretty accessible right there. Boom. Lift the seat up and get right to them. Here's a close-up of the scalping wheel. And you can actually step on that. You can step on the deck, you know. It seems like it's very, very stout. I mean, you're talking, you know, this is pretty dang heavy-duty steel. I don't know what gauge that is, but it's it's heavy gauge. But it looks like everything is, you know, very, very well made. I've looked at some of the other mowers, and a lot of them, the frame part, you know, right here is bolted together. It's not, I mean, this is all one piece, you know. That is one solid piece. I mean, mean, everything is, it seems like it's quite stout. So I'm hoping that it'll last a good long time. Really heavy gauge bar welded to the front edge, and then the deck itself is that thick. There's the other scalping wheel on that side. Yeah. Looks like everything's welded nicely. And there you can get a good close-up of the quick shield. Got a nice engine guard. I mean, it comes up nice and high, good little ways away from the engine. So I mean, the frame is stout. It really is. Let's show up in there. I mean, that's all one piece, all the way up to the front. I don't know if you can see that or not. I think you can. All real heavy gauge steel. Down up underneath there. I don't know if you can see that real well or not, but you know, I know a lot of us guys, we like our stuff to be stout, you know. I can't see in through there too well, but yeah, I mean, it's one continuous piece of metal. So pretty dang impressive. The only thing that I've found that I would say that I don't like, and this is because I added this shield. Without the shield, not an issue, but with the shield, it is an issue. When you're trying to blow out the deck, you really can't get a blower in there to blow it out, you know, in here. You just can't get the blower in there. This mechanism here is really all in the way. You can't angle one in there, no matter how much you might want to. But I was able to spray it out, you know, and with water. So it's not a huge issue, but I think it's something to be aware of if you decide you want to get one of these quick shields. Other than that, I love it. But beyond being able to just blow that out, because you can blow it out no problem with just the chute on there. But once you get that thing on there, you might as well forget trying to blow it out from that side. But you can always pull, you know, you can pull this off and clean it if you want to. So, and it's really just, you know, I mean, you literally just pull these, unscrew them, and take this off. So it's not a huge deal, but it was easier with just the chute. I ain't gonna lie, but I prefer having this. So, and it's got nice little rubber stoppers right here, so when it comes down and slams into the deck, you know, it's not gonna basically scar it all up. So, I mean, it got a little bumper on the backside, so it's not gonna slam into the bar. I mean, they've actually, and it's this piece right here is stout. I mean, it's not a thin old piece of metal. It's a pretty good. It's heavy. It really is. If you guys got any questions or comments or you know, something you want to know that I didn't talk about, just post a question down below or make a comment, and I'll try and get back with you as soon as I possibly can. I drive a truck every other week, so I may or may not be able to get right to you, but you know, I'll get to you as soon as I can. I promise you that. All right. And I'm gonna, once I've had this thing for maybe about a month or so, maybe a couple months, I'm gonna do another review to see if anything has changed. You know, if maybe, you know, something might be not working out as well as I have found it to be working out so far. And I'll let you guys know that, you know, because, you know, we all want to know, does this, okay, yeah, it looks good, it looks nice, yeah, it seems like it works good right now, but it's brand new. It ought to work good right now, right? So what is it going to work like in 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, 3 years, you know. So I'll try and keep you updated as I'm using it. And like I said, this is just a residential mower. All I do is mow my yard. I don't, you know, go out cutting a bunch of stuff. So, you know, it's not getting used like a commercial mower would. Although I do think you probably could use this one for commercial without any difficulty. I mean, especially with that big tank on there. But I don't know, maybe I'll start cutting grass. Stop driving a truck and start cutting grass. But anyway, all right, you guys take care. Bye.